About 9 months ago, I was made aware of Maguire's story when my husband told me that there was an American buried not too far from our house in the European cemetery here in Djibouti. Lawrence Maguire was born in 1919. He captured my imagination. He's pretty much the prototypical all-American boy. He always wanted to serve. That was really the thrust of his life. His father was actually a World War I veteran. His grandfather was a veteran of the Civil War. So it was in Maguire's blood to be of service. It was right at the cusp of the war. This was the end of the 1930s, and he was very intrigued by finding a place to serve. He applied for the British American Ambulance Corps, which was a system at the time that took Americans into service. The Ambulance Corps had decided that it was too dangerous for Americans to be part of this service. He applied to the United States Naval Academy. He did not get accepted. He then applied to the Federal Bureau of Investigation. The summer of 1940, he hitchhiked to Ottawa and enlisted in the Royal Canadian Air Force. He was not running away from a past. He was not somebody that was trying to start over again. He was truly somebody that wanted to join the fight against the Axis powers. He did his training in Canada. He then was transferred to England, where he continued with his training. He became a pilot for the Blenheim bombers, and he was flying a mission against the Germans and was actually shot down by a German Messerschmitt and ended up in the Channel. But he survived, and he was taken to the Ramsgate Hospital in England, where he stayed for 3 months. And during that time, his mother wrote a letter to his commanding officer with the Royal Canadian Air Force and said, "My son has done so much already. He has given so much. Is there any possibility that once he recovers, that you could give him a job such as an instructor rather than putting him back into harm's way?" And then she added, as any mother would, "Please don't tell him I ever told you this." They then took him out, and contrary to what his mother's wishes were, he went back out as a bomber pilot. And then in early 1942, he was transferred to the 8th Squadron of the Royal Air Force. His job was to fly reconnaissance missions over what was then known as French Somaliland, which is now current-day Djibouti. On the afternoon of July 15th, 1942, Maguire and his crew took off in the Blenheim bomber. During that mission, it was confirmed that Maguire and his crew in their bomber were shot down over the area that is called the aerodrome here in Djibouti. All lives were lost. They were confirmed killed in action, and within 24 hours, the French in the area had taken the crew and buried them in the new European cemetery here in Djibouti City. We've been involved with previous Remembrance Day services, and then this coming Memorial Day, we will be honoring him at the new European cemetery here in Djibouti. It is a very unique experience in Africa to be able to actually go to the gravesite of an American who was killed in service. So this year, for Memorial Day, we will be honoring Pilot Officer Maguire with a very nice, simple ceremony, graveside, to honor not only his efforts, but those like him who have given their lives in the service of their country and in the pursuit of freedom for all.